Shalom, shalom. Brothers are back here again with another lesson. Lord willing, this will be edifying. So I'd like to start off by giving all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Racha, Kodash. Salaka. Double honors to my teachers, the elders, apostles, and elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Peace and blessing. And salutation to the hopeful elect of the house of Israel. Peace and blessing and salutation. To those that keep the law, statutes, and commandments in truth and sincerity, waiting on Yahweh Shai to come and deliver us. All right, so let's get into it. This is a lesson pertaining to how Edom will not reign, as oppression will not rise up a second time. Edom will not have a place in the kingdom other than being a slave, being lowered in dirt. All right, so let's get into it. It says here in Psalms 49 and 11, their inward thoughts is that their house shall continue forever. So Edom, in his wicked mind, in his beast-like state, he believes that he will reign forever. Okay, it says here, their inward thoughts is that their house shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their land after their own name. Nevertheless, man being honored abideth not. He is like the beasts that perish. So at the end of the day, Edom will perish. Edom will be exterminated for the violence that he has committed against his brother Jacob. Right? He is the only nation out of the 18 nations that's in the scriptures that is gonna be utterly destroyed, utterly exterminated, because he was the most proud, and he was the wicked. He is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Okay, and there is no place for him in the kingdom of righteousness. Let me bring this out quickly. It says here in Isaiah 26 and 10, let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness he will deal unrighteously, and he will not abound, and he will not behold the majesty of the Lord. I'll read this again. Isaiah 26 and 10. Let favor be shewed to the wicked, yet he will not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness he will deal unjustly, and he will not behold the majesty of the Lord. So at the end of the day, even if you do right unto Edom, even if you try to be at peace with him, it's not in his program. He's not programmed to do right. He's accustomed to do evil, right? So he's the wicked. He's the border of wickedness. He is as death and cannot be satisfied, and that is why he has to be destroyed in the kingdom of heaven. There is no place for him in the kingdom of heaven, right? He will fulfill his purpose here on this side. Okay. Now this place, this kingdom where the earth was given unto his hands, the hands of the wicked. Okay, this is the place for Isa to reign and to shine and to do as he please. The ball is in his court. But when Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai will come and deliver his elect and establish righteousness on the earth, Edom, like I said, will have no other place but extermination. That's what's waiting for Edom, harsh and tyrannical captivity, and afterwards, after 1,000 years, he's gonna be destroyed. He's gonna be burnt in the fire. He's gonna be destroyed forever. Okay, he's gonna be blotted out of the book of the living. Okay, so it says here in Job 5 and 12. It says here in Job 5 and 12, he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hand cannot perform their enterprise. And that's the Lord. As I said before, the inward thoughts of Edom is that he's going to reign forever. That's why he's coming with great, he's about to come down with great wrath to implement his MOTB, the mark of the beast. Okay, he wants everyone to be his perpetual slave, so that in his mind, he can acquire an eternal blessing. But that's not going to happen. As the Lord said, he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and their counsel of the forward, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. So they're not going to establish their plans. Their plans are not going to come to fruition. It says here in Job 20 and 22, In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. And the word wicked here, it means laborer. All those working class citizens are actually going to turn around and realize that Isa Edom is actually the devil that the Bible speaks of. And that's why we're going to have seditions, war and rumors of war. Their power is going to be in their own hands, and they will not regard their kings or their princes. Right? Because they're going to realize that the people that are in rulership are actually wicked and corrupted people. Okay? When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So while he is eating, while he thinks that he has completed his goals, when he thinks that his goals have come to fruition, that is when the Lord is going to destroy him. Okay? It says here in Isaiah 47:1, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon." That's speaking of Babylon. Okay? The virgin daughter of Babylon, meaning America. Okay? Pertaining to the Edomites, it tells them to sit in the dust, meaning confusion. Right? They're not going to be in the highest state. They're not going to rule. They're not going to be in the heaven anymore. Meaning where man ruleth on the earth. They're not going to be in rulership position anymore. That's why it tells them to sit down on the ground, in the lowest state. Okay? There is no throne for thee. So they're not going to be in rulership anymore. Okay? O daughter of the Chaldean, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. It says here in Nahum 1:9, "What do ye imagine against the Lord? He will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up a second time." And this is what this rulership means unto the Israelites, especially the Israelites of the Most High. This place is affliction. This place is captivity. This place is the shadow of death. Okay, this whole kingdom, this whole system is in place to keep, is meant to keep the Israelite men in the lowest state in the ground. But the Lord is going to come and reverse these things. Okay, because we know that this is an error that proceeded from the Maker, to have a servant on a horse, meaning in power, and to have the kings and the princes walking as slaves, walking as servants. Okay, so the Lord is going to flip the world upside up. Salaki is going to make it. He's going to make the turning of things upside down. He's going to flip it right side up. Salaki. He's going to flip it right side up. So everything is going to be according to how it's really supposed to be, in righteousness. Okay? It even tells us here in Revelation 20:14, "And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire." This is the second death. So basically death meaning the grave, meaning a low estate, and also meaning the captivity. Okay? So captivity meaning affliction, the death, the grave itself, and a low estate. Okay? In the low estate, all these things are going to be cast in the lake of fire for the Israelites, ultimately, for the elect of the Most High. Okay, why is that? Because we're going to have immortal bodies. Okay, and then at that time we're going to rule forever. We're going to rule. We're going to reign with the Yahushai when he establishes righteousness on the earth, right? And again, that second death, that's the destruction of Babylon the Great, aka America, by nuclear missiles, okay, by nuclear fire. Okay, that is the second death. And if you escape this by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai beaming you up in the chariots, you'll come down with eternal bodies, man. Just to get into the chariots, you have to be changed. In the twinkling of an eye, will be changed. Okay, this is what we were waiting for, man. The destruction of this kingdom and the establishment of a new one, of a kingdom of righteousness. Okay. And that's what it means by affliction shall not rise up a second time. Because after Babylon the Great is destroyed, the kingdom of heaven, Babylon the Great being the head of the snake, the whole system is going to crumble afterwards, man. Right? The whole system is going to crumble. We'll still have some things to set in order, because the elect, when we come back down, we have to gather the slaves. Okay, we'll have to gather slaves. We'll still have work to be done. Okay, we have to put these other nations into subjection, and plenty other things for us to do. But still, in the kingdom of when the head of the snake, being Babylon the Great, aka America, will be destroyed by nuclear fire. That's when the beginning of the kingdom of heaven will start. Okay? So it says here in 1 Corinthians 15 and 24, then cometh the end, when he shall deliver up the kingdom to the Most High, even to the Father, when he shall put down all rules and all authorities and powers. So meaning all these nations, all these authorities, when Yahushua comes and puts the crown on his head and destroys and shows that he's shows that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is the only power that must be worshipped, and establishes his reign. That's the end. That's the end of this wicked kingdom. Okay, it says here, for he must reign. So Yahushua must reign. He must. Okay, till he have put all enemies under his feet. So again, he's gonna have to wipe out all these other nations. He's gonna, in the sense that he's gonna have to beat them into subjection. Everyone's gonna have to be under the reign of the Israelites. Okay, and it says here, the last enemy that shall be destroyed is death. And again, like I said, death and hell shall be cast in the lake of fire. Babylon the Great is a representation of death. It is the shadow of death. Okay, it's as death itself. Okay, and that's the I would say the head city, the head of the snake, the head city of Isa Edom. Okay, and it's Babylon the Great. Okay, and that's the last enemy that has to be destroyed. Okay, it says for he had put all things under his feet, but when he said all things are put under him, it is manifest that he is expected, which did put all things under him. And when all things shall be subdued unto him, then shall the Son also himself be subject unto him that put all things under him, that is the Most High, that the Most High may be in all, Salakia, that the Most High may be all in all, Salakia. Okay? So afterwards, when Yahushua has established the righteousness, has taken the crown, and has subjected all these other nations under his feet, he'll give it unto Yahweh, because Yahushua himself is under Yahweh. Okay, so Yahweh is the head, and Yahushua is under Yahweh. Okay, and everything else is under Yahushua. Okay, so it says here in 2 Peter 13, 2 Peter 3 and 12, looking forward and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, meaning the rulership, the kingdom, the place where man ruleth. Okay, this heaven, the heaven of the so-called white man, okay, is gonna be on fire. Okay, and that's gonna happen when Babylon the Great is gonna be on fire. Okay, with nuclear fire. Okay, and shall being on fire, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. So we're looking for the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua to be established on this earth, man. And that's gonna happen. The kingdom of the Most High will begin at the destruction of Babylon the Great. And that's the thing. On one hand, the elect of Israel are gonna be beamed up and delivered from the destruction. And on the other hand, there's gonna be the 2/3 and the other nations that are still in Babylon. They're gonna suffer the second death. Okay, so it says here in Daniel 2 and 44, and in the days of these kings shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people. So Israel is gonna reign forevermore. We're not gonna share the kingdom with Moab. We're not going to share the kingdom with Elam or Ishmael. This kingdom is for the Israelites only. Okay, for the 12 tribes, the children of Jacob. Okay, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. So we're going to beat these other nations into subjection. They're going to learn the ways, the law, statutes, and commandments. We're going to teach them to them with rigor. Okay, with a rod of iron. We're going to beat the alphabet, the Hebrew alphabet into them. We're gonna beat the language into them. We're gonna beat the law, statutes, and commandments into them, and they're gonna love it, man. All right. So that's why it says here in Matthew 19 and 30, But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. And as we're the last in this wicked kingdom, we're going to be first in the kingdom of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, because we are his people, and he has set us to be above all these people, because he has loved us, and these other nations are nothing else but spittle unto him. All right. So that being said, oppression shall, like affliction, shall not rise up a second time. All right. So Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. I like to give all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachak Kodash. Salutation, peace, and blessing. Until next lesson, DTA Ababa Kwam Yashala, Shalom.